Alright, so basically, oh, one sec, let me pull up my notes. Okay, so basically, you have like two big mistakes that you repeat a lot. So one is okay. So like you played this game really weird. Like at the start of the game, you were like way too over aggressive, and then in the mid game, you were like stupidly passive when you were so far ahead. And when you shouldn't have been pushing your advantage, you were pushing your advantage, and when you could have been pushing your advantage, you were doing nothing. And this game drags on for like way longer than it should have because you should have been able to win this game for your team single-handedly in like 20 minutes. Yeah. So one thing which is just super quick that I just want to say is you need to tell your team what to do more. Like, I can't tell who's pinging when I'm spectating, but there were like no pings going down for your team, and like you guys wasted like fucking forever mid lane in the middle of this game.
Yeah, at the end of the game, I'm the one that kind of like grouped everyone up at the end. I'm not sure how far you were behind. I know you're 3 minutes behind, but I'm not sure how far it was. Like at the end, I was like, okay, guys, it's group, bot, get the main, push, shove the lane, get dragon, and get the last two inhibs, and then just end this shit. And
well,
then,
you literally should have said that after you got mid inhib.
Yeah.
Like, you guys got mid inhib and then walked mid and like sat mid for like literally 2.5 minutes when no one on your team was pinging anything and nothing was happening. And if you just walked bot, you would have won the game. It would have just been over. Also, you could have split pushed really hard. That Aurelia was super far behind. She built wrong. I don't even know if you looked at her build, but her build was literally useless. She built completely wrong. And she like didn't have any MR. You literally could have just one-shot her.
I actually didn't have a Triforce anything. She just played the Urn King and then just like...
Alright, so... Let's actually pause right here. And we're just gonna go over lane positioning. Okay. So, this is your lane, and it's great. Basically, what I was trying to say, and what a really good top laner does, is manipulate the minion wave. Like, and what that means is that when you shove your wave, you never... Okay, this is like your line, right? Nah, let me change the color on this side. That looks awful. Please, undo. Whatever, okay. What is going on? Hold up. I don't know why it's like not giving us the full picture. Okay, that's good enough. Okay. Dude, I'm not super competent in paint. Okay. So let's use... We'll use red. Okay. So this is like your line that I never want you to push past. Ever.
The minions are just me, myself, going past that line.
You. Never move past that line. Like, there's one exception that you move past that line. Two exceptions. It's kind of complicated. So the first exception is really simple. If she freezes the lane anywhere back here before she gets to her tower, you push and you unfreeze the lane. That just means you literally just shove it in the tower. Okay. The other exception is if you know where their jungler is on the other side of the map. You know you can 2v1. Like that's literally it. You know you can 2v1 or the jungler's on the other side of the map. Then you can push past that line. Okay. And in either of those situations, you should push past that line. That is how you should play it. If you can 2v1, you push past the line. If the jungler's on this map, you push past the line. End of story, okay? But the rest of the time, never pass this line. Like, this is how you die, for free. And you'll notice that I didn't say, if you have wards, you push past that line.
Because wards, yeah, they can just lane gank, and they just stun. Because if
exactly.
you push that line, like, she could just jump on me and stun me, and that's enough time for him to walk up lane and get on me as well. Yeah, I know that. Definitely not.
Also, where you were putting your wards, Shaco could have still ganked you through river.
Yeah, because he could jump over the wall.
He can jump the wall, exactly. So you know all this stuff, right?
I do, but like this might just kind of like cookie cutter ward placement is right there because where they most junglers who don't have wall jumps can.
Those wards that was fine. The one thing I was going to say about them is like, if you see him on the other side of the map, a ward right here is super 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 strong in top lane.
Yeah.
Because you can see the jungler at 2 camps, so you always know when he's topside. Because very few junglers will like ignore their jungle and come gank you. They'll usually come after clearing their jungle.
Yeah.
Okay, so this line is like your rule to live by. Like you will up your win rate by like 5% literally just by remembering this. Because I'm sure that, and like what you were saying, like you only lose lane if you're gonna get ganked by the jungler and camped. Like the only time that you're gonna camp by jungler is when you're pushing past this line.
And I will admit, most games I usually am past that line.
Exactly.
Because I'm just constantly keeping the wave pushed against her tower and just poking her in under tower as well. So yeah, it does get me kills from time to time. That.
Like it gets you healed from time to time, but I would say that like literally 80% of your deaths in lane probably come from this. Like the way that you're playing is like you're not giving a fuck. I need you to start carrying. So this is like the rule for you. So what this looks like, you have like so much fucking free time, dude. You're playing a champion that can just shove the wave instantly. Like you don't know where their jungler is, you shove the wave. You can literally back up to here if you want to and just play safe. Like that's kind of how I play in lane.
Mm-hmm.
And then and this helps. This is like a big part of your map vision too. Like you have let's say you have a ward here. Shaco steps there for a second. Fucking go kill her under tower.
Yeah.
Like instantly, just go kill her under tower. But if you don't see someone, like if he's like anywhere above that line on the map,
pretty much past mid on top part of the map,
you just play safe. And like I said, if she freezes the lane there, you can go unfreeze it. But if she's not freezing the lane, like she's still gonna miss him over CS, dude. Like you're playing against Plat players, they're gonna miss CS under tower.
Yeah.
Like you're still gonna win in CS. And you might lose 1 or 2 CS while the wave is under tower, but you're probably not going to lose 2. You might lose 1, but like, who cares? It's 1 CS. You're missing CS in lane anyway. Like, you're not getting perfect CS. If you're getting perfect CS, I might be like, whatever, get your perfect CS. That'd be awesome. But anyway, let's go back to the video.
I know example when I first dived her. I did that because I know I saw shotgun mid, so that's why I did that.
You actually could have killed her, by the way.
Oh, I did kill her, I believe.
I know. At that point, you could have killed her like 10 seconds before that without flashing or going under tower.
Oh yeah.
And then you also the other thing I was going to say about your lane phase, just in terms of playing safe, is you have to recognize what your summoners are. Like you pushed like a retard after you like used your flash. You flashed. You have to play safe when you don't have flash. If Shaco ganks you and you don't have flash, you're just dead. And he does come gank you when you don't have flash. And you did die. Like, I understand that you should have killed him, but trading 1 for 1 when you're ahead is not what you want to do. Trading 1 for 1 when someone is behind is, like, basically best case scenario for someone who's behind. Like, they're never going to kill you and just, like, get out, you know? That's, like, shouldn't happen. So you can, like, basically what you have to do, what you have to start doing, is just thinking more about what the enemy wants to do. Like, you're beating her in lane. This part, you're actually not doing that bad. I like how you're backing up when you have no reason to be at the wave, but you have so much more time. Look at the health on their minions before you hit your E. Like, literally going back half a second. If I can. Why is it not going? Oh, okay, that was kind of weird. Okay, so when you walk up to lane, do you see the health in those minions?
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to die anytime soon?
No, but I did the ED harasser. That's my thing. Is like I just harass them constantly with my EQ. Like
there's no reason to.
Minions. I don't know.
There's no reason to. You have no idea where Shaco is right now. You're at that time in the game where if he started red, he's ganking you right now. Right? 3 minutes 40 seconds. She's pushing the lane, so you're not going to lose these CS. This is not going to happen. Like they're going to be there. You might have to walk forward to like right here when they're attacking your caster minions to get one of them. If Shaco's here right now, you're actually just dead. Right?
Probably so.
Like you, I'm literally going to reiterate this point like a million times because it's like the only mistake you made in lane phase. But like, if you fix that, you're gonna be a beast in lane phase. You kite back really well on your champion, and that was good for not overextending there because your Q wasn't gonna be off cooldown. Um, like your lane phase is really solid. You could have killed her. I think it's coming up in like a minute. She kind of like comes on. She comes onto you in this bush, and she has no flash, and you have your flash. And you just got your ult actually.
Yeah.
And you could have just dropped your ult and just killed her.
Yeah, I think I just waited until like a little bit later until dived her for it.
Yeah, but when you dive her, you have to flash, and that means you have to play safe.
Yeah. I don't even know if that flash was needed. I just did to play safe.
No, the flash was needed. It was a really good flash. But so like the biggest thing that I like see is if you make one small mistake, it snowballs the game. And what I mean is like, okay, if you kill her in the situation that I'm talking about, you don't have to flash. You can keep playing aggressive. But because you waited and had to dive the tower, you got the kill, good. But that actually secures your death when you get ganked.
Yeah. And I didn't have that flash earlier when he ganked me and I lagged.
Exactly. He might be right here. Let's see. No, you're not quite 6. It's going to be next wave. But, like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I do understand. Like, cause that is why I think it's the only time I died in lane was when that Jocko ganked me that one time.
Yep.
And it's just because, you know, I didn't have flash, but also I did lag, so... I always out there. Lag.
One of my teammates used to, whenever he fucked up, he would be like, "Guys, can you hear me? I'm lagging." Like, every single time. Like, alright, it's right here. She's gonna jump on you. You have like a free kill. Do you click your skills to level up?
I actually do, yeah. I know you can control level them up. I always just forget about that, and I usually do just click them to level them up.
You should definitely try to learn control. Like, 100%. You can level up, like you. I think you would have killed her there if you control leveled up. I think that's why you didn't kill her, is because you didn't level up your ult immediately. But she was dead there, right? If you just ulted her?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you have to flash here. It secures your death. Like I said, the flash is good. The turret shot might not have killed you, but it was close enough that it was a good idea.
Yeah. And I already knew Shako was like just in mid, so I knew he wasn't anywhere near me at the time.
Yeah, and he did. Yeah, it was really good. It was good. Like if you have map vision to know that, like if that's something that you have, like if you have all these skills, the only thing that you're missing is actually just playing the right style.
Mm-hmm.
Like your win rate will literally improve overnight playing the right style. All right. I want to skip ahead a little bit because it's kind of just more of the same, and there's not so much to talk about at this point in the game. This is after the gank.
Yeah.
I'm not going to focus so much on your mechanics because your mechanics are good, and there's not really like, I don't feel like I can help you very much there. I just want to focus on like the way you're playing the game and the way you're thinking about the game. Let's keep moving forward.
I think what when you meant like I was being pretty passive mid game is because like I think I was trying to focus more on my CS at the time and not really as much just trying to get the kills on Aurelia and pushing her. Cause I think went to mid some too and took some of his CS when they were all at bottom or something.
I'm talking about a little later than that in the game. There's this period of the game where you're kind of just roaming around, not really doing anything.
I honestly thought that was the right shot right there in the bush.
Yeah, you just have to like kind of pick one. You can sometimes tell, but
it's hard with the bush. I couldn't see which one had the buff. I think it had the buff.
I think you made the right call there. Like, I don't know why Zed got pushed out of lane at that point. He either went back way too late, something happened there. Like, he fucked up. The reason you died there is because of Zed.
Yeah. Plus, I got the shutdown gold anyways on Shako, so it wasn't...
Yeah, it's definitely worth. Definitely worth. Alright, so let's keep moving forward. Okay, this is something I want to mention. So not only when you push your lane is it just going to come back to the middle and freeze,
Hmm.
it also can push back towards you. And if you let it push back towards you, and you know that you're stronger than them, people will make mistakes like this Aurelia just did here. Like you can get your lane into this position literally just by pushing your lane at the right times. Like, if you get your lane into this position and she jumps you, she's dead. That's what happens here.
Yeah.
You could have forced her in this position. Like, you don't have to just use your E to push, you know?
Yeah.
If you can freeze the lane literally right here when you're this far ahead of someone, and they either do nothing with their time or they die to you.
It's weird because like the way I play Vlad with other champions is a lot different because like I said I do know about mini manipulation or whatever, having him freeze right there.
Yep.
But like with Vlad is like I use his E so much for harassing, it just naturally pushes. I don't bother with it because I usually can kill them regardless of where they're at in the lane, and it does get me ganked of course. But like yeah, it's like with any other champion, yeah, I'd freeze them and keep them right there at that spot right there, and but like I have a hard time like not using my E with Vladimir and like just like letting it sit. Because I almost always have it at 4 stacks too. Like I use the the first 5 health potions. Majority of those are used just to keep my E stayed up more than healing myself from getting harassed. Like honestly, because I always start with like armor and 5 pots and.
I think that during the early part of the game, it's okay as long as you're like kind of still playing it safe, like I was talking about. But at this point in the game, you can kill her at will. She's not going to do anything on the rest of the map. She's gonna like this is a little later because this happens and you get the kill. But I'm just using this as an example. Like at this point in the lane, dude, just make her come to you. Like you don't need to keep harassing her. You can kill her from full health. Like you can, right?
Yeah.
Like you can literally step back from the wave, keep your E at 4 stacks. You don't need to use it on the wave. Keep the lane right here, and she's dead whenever you want her to die, or she's doing nothing with her time.
I think I flashed for her here. Yeah.
And the other thing about having a lane in that spot is when you kill someone, you can deny them way more CS. This was a really good opportunity to go get a deep ward, by the way, because there's nothing for you to CS. You can see them all at drag, and you just killed her. You could have just gotten a ward even up here.
Mm-hmm.
You would have been totally safe. You can get one here, one here. And that's way more useful for your team. Okay, we're going to keep skipping forward.
Oh, that Italy spear hurt so much. I was not expecting that damage.
Yeah, AP in Italy is actually pretty strong still.
Like I saw that spear coming, I was like, oh, whatever, I'm not gonna pull that. It's not gonna hurt. Chunks for about half my health.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa! Pool, good sour. Rengar saved me. I would have died right there if that would have hit me.
Your dodging is pretty good. I think you trust yourself maybe a little too much in this play. Like the way you played that was just kind of like, I'll dodge it, whatever.
Right as I killed Nidalee here, she's like, "Wow, so much damage!" Like in chat, she was just like, "What the hell?" Like,
I don't know what she thot she was gonna do there.
Yeah.
You're like pretty fed at that point.
And all it did was just give me like my cooldown, so I can make sure I can kill her. I was like, I don't know what she zoned it there for. She was dead. And like right after that, she was just like in chat. She's like, "What the fuck? So much damage."
Okay, so this is the point that I'm talking about. You not really doing anything for a while. So. Right here, we can go back a little bit just so we can see how this happens. But you're roaming down to try to get on the Shaco because
someone pinged red and like I thought he was at red, so I went down to help and I saw he was on Rengar, and then so I started to come chase him, and then that was probably bad because Aurelia could just push my top, and I think she got my top tower from this as well.
Well, even this is not the part that's really bad. This is the part that's bad, like you said, because Aurelia's gonna get your top tower. The part that's really bad is that this goes on for way too long. This goes on so long, you get this wave mid, and you clear it, and you should run back top. But you still hang out mid, and you lose that triple wave top.
I
it,
know.
like,
That was even my goal. That was my goal. I was like, oh, look at this mid wave, then I'll go top wave. But then like I just took too long in mid, and I shouldn't have gone that second mid wave. I should just push the. Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, oh, okay, now I'll get the top wave. And I was like, and then by the time I got up there, like the tower already killed most of it. I was like, well, fuck. I waited way too long. I definitely, yeah, I saw that mistake. And plus, I chased Shaka around trying to fucking mess with him.
yeah, there's no chance
Fuck
of
that.
you ever getting Shaco. It's just not possible.
Because he showed up on the ward right there at red, so I went to go try to stop him again and got there too late as well. So yeah, because my goal was to get all that CS right there, and then it just happened to take too long in mid and chasing Shaco and didn't get to it in time.
I'm so happy that you're like okay, so like you're recognizing that all this stuff is happening,
Mhm.
and like you're recognizing where your mistakes are. The next step is to actively focus on not making those mistakes. Like, and we'll do some stuff at the end of this to like make sure that you're doing that.
Mhm.
But yeah, you like you look like a diamond player to me, who just like isn't quite making the right decisions. This was a really nice team fight.
Oh, yeah.
Your Leona actually like has good ults, which is
Yeah, her ults and my ults kind of like set up most of our team fights.
that was such a good ult.
Once I saw that ult, I was like, oh, I guess I'll just flash over and ult everyone.
The part of the game that I really want to talk about is okay, this is something I want to talk about. So you win this team fight and then you push the tower. And you like the name of your game is overaggression. Like you just won the fight, take the fucking tower. It literally takes you like 15 seconds to throw an auto at this tower.
Well, I was expecting the Caitlyn and Rengar to kill a lot faster than they did, and then because I'm an AP champion, so like as an AP champion, I don't focus the towers as much. I usually do focus on the zone and the enemy and let the ADs do it. But fucking that Rengar and Caitlyn didn't do it as much as I thought they would.
Well, I mean, you can zone them, but you can auto attack the tower the entire time you zone them. Like if you had dispositioned a little past the tower over there, and then started auto attacking it, you'd have done the exact same thing. You'd have just actually done damage to the tower. You overstay super hard right here. Do you know how much gold you had at this point?
I had like 2,000.
Yeah, you had like 2,300.
Yeah. That's my zonies when I went back finally.
And you just like okay, the dragon. After the dragon, you should recall. But it's actually going to be 2 more minutes before you recall. Like,
I don't remember how the dragon fight went. I think they stole the dragon. I think Shaka stole the dragon.
yeah, Shaco steals it.
Yeah.
But after this happens, like, you need to recall. Like, really badly, you need to recall. Cool, you got the kill. Now leave. Okay, Leona's going in. I guess I'll follow her. You should have just been spamming back. Right here. Okay, right here. Spam back. Just spam back and leave. Okay, because, like, a number of things are going to happen. You chase, let's say you don't get any kills. Aurelia just pushed this huge wave top. If you chase long enough, you lose the entire wave. Maybe even the turret, because Aurelia's up there. You're letting her get back in the game right now. You have 2,500 gold. You could go buy your items. Like, even if you get one of these kills, you could still lose this wave. Mid lane is pushing towards you, so, like, all of these waves are getting set towards them because your team is being over-aggressive. Ping them back right here. Everyone can just walk away. You've literally been on the map, your team's been on the map without recalling since 17 minutes. This is something that people make they make this mistake in, like, every elo. Is, like, you've already won a fight, you've already gotten bot turret, you've already gotten drag, and you've gotten an extra kill after drag. Why are you still on the map? Like, what more do you hope to accomplish? Even if you win this fight, what are you going to push?
I think we tried pushing that tower right there, and then it just didn't. I don't know what happened.
I mean, all the waves are pushing towards you. There's nothing for you to do. Your best case scenario for that fight is you lose top tower and get 2 kills. It's your best case scenario. Like, who would take those odds? Like, oh sure.
I just finished my water and my boots.
Exactly. You could have been on the map a minute ago if you had recalled after that dragon with those items. And the only difference would have been that you didn't. You actually lose. You barely win the trade. The only difference is that your team traded 2 for 1. Like, you got lucky as shit. Like, that's all it is. You got super lucky. You got, like, actual best case scenario out of that fight. That had the bet, like, the other, like, even a step down from best case scenario was, like, bad. Okay, this is something that I also want to mention. I didn't check how much gold you had in you and back, but you buy like a couple of wards, and you're against an Italy, and you're at the point of the game where you're going to start getting into like this like poke thing. And if Nidalee was better and landed more spears than you, not having health potions in this situation is really bad. And health potions are even better on you because you get extra healing out of them.
Yeah.
If you had just bought 2 health potions instead of a ward, it would have been a much better buy. Like, I understand warding is good, but you don't need to always have 2 wards in your inventory. You can have 1 ward in your inventory with 2 health potions, especially against a poke comp. It's really important. Like, you have good healing, but why not, like, be 100% sure that you're not just going to get poked out?
Yeah.
Because you eat the spear, and if she lands another one on you at this point, you have to recall. Whereas if you had 2 health potions, you're at full health again.
My Q at the time did heal for 250 though for 8 Q.
I mean, yeah, but like use that spear right there. She hits you. See ya. You have to leave. They take the tower.
I don't know. As Vladimir, I stay low at towers for a while because my Q, especially because I run the defensive masters. I have that the second wind does more healing when you're below 25% health. My Qs will heal even more when I'm low, and I get back up to at least I get it back to the full real quick with Vladimir. Honestly,
I mean,
like, there's so many times where like other champions, yeah, I'm definitely back, but like with Vladimir, there's a lot of time, and especially if they do try to dive me, I just heal off that.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's still like buying health potions there was a good idea. Like,
yeah,
it just was, and it was a better buy than a ward. Like, even if you are confident you can stay under a tower with that low health, if someone outplays you and you lose, like, you're so far ahead, dude. Like, how are you going to lose this game? How are you going to lose the game? That's like.
I don't know, the gold was pretty even. It was pretty even on.
No, you're really far ahead at this point. Like, I know gold looks even, but like, look at what just happened in that team fight. How are you going to lose? The only way you're going to lose is if you throw. And if she had landed a spear on you back under that mid tower, and they had gotten that tower, and let's say worst case scenario, you stay and you die because you're overconfident.
That's a free Baron.
They get inhibitor. They maybe get they get inhibitor. They maybe get Baron. The game is going to go on for like 20 more minutes, and you have no idea what's going to happen. If you bought health potions, you're fine. This is the point in the game that I'm talking about after you take this mid inhibitor, where you guys just like walk mid again and do nothing. Also, this is the point in the game where you, after you get this mid inhibitor, you could have just walked top and just split push them on the game. Because they have to 2v1 you. Aurelia cannot fight you.
Yeah.
And they send 2 top, you're probably actually going to kill them both. Like, look how fucking fed you are.
Yeah, as long as I'm my ult, I'll definitely kill them both. I think without my ult, I might not be able to 2v1 everyone, but with my ult, I probably won't be 2 anyone. I don't remember where I went after this. Oh, I went to a recall to buy, 'cause I had a bunch of gold, I think.
Oh, I forgot to mention one thing that I wrote down in my notes, which is that since you're playing on a team, and since you seem interested in that, a really good habit that you need to get into is switching to sweeper at 15 minutes. And you should just do that in your games in solo queue. Because you, like, there was like this article that I read, this like a correlation between teams in OGN winning, and the correlation between people switching to sweeper at specific times and winning was like ridiculously huge. It was like 70%. Like, so basically the team that switches to sweeper faster wins, was what they found. And it's a good habit to get into, because I noticed that in Plat teams, you'll have like 3 people still having warding trinkets at like 25 minutes. Which is just like super, super useless. Okay, you see Aurelia's items right now? Did you see that?
I did not. See, I usually pay attention to items. I didn't pay attention to her items at all that game. They usually have like Triforce and like tank or Triforce and Bork and then tank. But she just doesn't even have a Bork yet. 0-6.
She literally doesn't have an item. You have like 2.5 items. Like, just go push up and kill her whenever she shows up. You know?
See, that's my problem. Is like I usually do just constantly push my top lane, but then that's when I get ganked like 2 or 3 people or their whole team.
Yeah,
and
but at
then,
this point in the game,
and then my
you're
team
gonna
does
kill
nothing.
them.
Yeah. When there's times that when I'll push that top lane, I'll get like gank like the whole team, and my team will do nothing in response to it. Like they won't get any objectives, won't do anything about it.
Okay, but in this situation, like, how are they gonna kill you top? Like, let's say you get ganked by Nidalee, Shaco, and Aurelia's already there. Okay, so you might eat the stun from Aurelia. That's the only time Nidalee should hit you with a spear. The only time in the entire fight. Because you have Flash Up, you have Pool, and you have Zhonya's. So if Nidalee ever hits you with a spear, which is the only way you should die in that 1v3, right? Like, how Shaco and Aurelia can't do enough damage to kill you. So the only way you're going to die is if Nidalee hits you with a spear. But you have 3 ways to dodge a spear. And they all have to go melee range on you. So you just get a 3-man ult, Pool underneath them, like, they're just dead. Like, you could probably 1v3, you could very safely 1v2. So just go do it. And like tell your team what to do. Like if no one's talking in this situation, why are there 3 people mid? You just got the mid and him.
Yeah, I'm not usually one to be the one to issuing the orders and stuff.
Well, you don't have to do it all the time, but it's just in this situation, like someone's got to say it. Like if no one on your team is saying it, someone needs to step up and say it because this game goes on for like 15 minutes longer than it needs to.
It's already down. Maybe getting the other inhibs, the other towers, but yeah.
Alright, so there's not, like, a bunch more to talk about in this game. You guys eventually go bot and win a team fight. The really big thing that I want you to focus on is that line in the lane.
Mm-hmm.
And that, like, you'll climb so fast. It'll be insane. You'll be, like, actually mind-blown. So, let's move on into the next thing.